Welcome to this first lecture of week 12. During this week, the necessity for financial reporting will be discussed, focusing on the following points: the need for financial reporting itself, and then annual report. The Constitution, in its section 195.1 F and G, underlines that public administration must be accountable and transparency fostered by providing the public with timely, accessible, and accurate information. The Public Finance Management Act under emphasizes the importance of financial reporting as an integral part of sound financial management. The only way to resolve the accountability crisis is to release formal public report which the public can utilize to obtain information with laws and regulations. This report can indicate whether or not the public institutions spend their money wisely and how this spending reflects the promotion of the general welfare of the community. The purpose of any financial report is to indicate the extent of compliance with appropriations and contractual, legal, and other requirements. Internal control and public accountability require that timely report be issued throughout the financial year. Depending on administrative requirements, daily, weekly, monthly, or quarterly report may be developed. These interim reports assess the ongoing program activities and potential problems that may arise. However, most public institutions do not publish interim reports, as they are only compiled to provide line managers and staff functionaries at all levels of the institution with information necessary to improve their management on at least a monthly basis, showing both the actual and budget expenditures for a given period and for the financial year to date. Processes should be in place and they should facilitate financial reporting within a public institution. Financial reporting will be discussed by elaborating on the report of accounting officers, the Auditor General, executive authorities, as well as the various treasuries. Report by accounting officers. One should note that Section 40 of the PFMA requires the accounting officer of a department, trading entity, or constitutional institution to prepare financial statements for each financial year in accordance with generally recognized accounting practice. These statements must be submitted to the Auditor General for auditing and to the relevant treasury that prepares consolidated financial statements within 2 months after the end of the financial year. A report by the Auditor General or other auditors. Section 40.2 of the PFMA requires the Auditor General to audit the financial statements submitted by the accounting officer of a government department, trading entity, or constitutional institution, which are based on the provisions of Section 40.1. It is, however, important that the Auditor General submit an audit report on these statements to the accounting officer within 2 months after the statements were received. Report by the executive authority. Section 65 of the PFMA stipulates that the executive or relevant minister responsible for a government department or public entity must table an annual report as well as the accompanying audit financial audited financial statement together with the audit report thereon to the National Assembly or the provincial legislature. At the same time, the Minister of Finance and the MECs for Finance in the provinces must submit the audited consolidated financial statements to Parliament for tabling in both houses, namely the National Assembly and the National Council of Provinces. This report must be submitted within 1 month after the accounting officer receives audit report from the Auditor General. And finally, reporting by the National Treasury and Provincial Treasuries. In terms of sections 8 and 19 of the PFMA, the National Treasury and the Provincial Treasuries must prepare consolidated financial statements for each financial year in accordance with generally recognized accounting practice. On national level, this is achieved by receiving and consolidating the financial statements of each national department and other entities. On provincial level, this is achieved by receiving and consolidating the financial statements of each province, department, and other of each provincial department and other entities. This consolidated statement must be submitted to the Auditor General within 3 months after the end of that financial year.